That was Orston with Le Fleur Blanche. Welcome to the Rise Weekly Review for August 1st through August 8th, 2022. 33-year-old Frederick Dunn passed away after a South Shore shooting on Thursday. Around 6:45 p.m., Dunn was on the 2600 block of East 75th Street. Someone began opening fire. A bullet struck Dunn in the head. He was taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center in critical condition. Around 9:15 a.m. on Friday, Dunn passed away from his injuries and was pronounced dead. Anyone with information on this or other Chicago crimes is asked to call 311 or leave an anonymous tip at cpdtip.com. A man who has not yet been identified was found on Thursday in South Chicago with several gunshot wounds. The man, who was around 20 years of age, was found lying outside on the 2900 block of East 88th Street around 1 a.m. A witness said they saw the gunman traveling in a dark-colored sedan. The victim was transported to the University of Chicago Medical Center and last listed in critical condition. On Sunday, a 21-year-old woman was struck in the South Chicago shooting. The woman was walking around 12:15 a.m. on the 8700 block of South Burley when someone began firing shots at her. She was hit in the left leg. She was taken to an area hospital and last reported in good condition. Around 1:50 a.m. on Sunday, a man and a woman were struck in a South Shore shooting. The pair were walking on the sidewalk of the 2000 block of East 72nd Street when a dark-colored sedan approached. Someone in the vehicle opened fire on the 26-year-old man and 31-year-old woman. The man was struck in the left leg and the woman in the face. Both were taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center and reported in fair condition. 56-year-old Claude Turner was denied bail on Friday after being arrested for stabbing a woman to death in South Shore. The woman's body was found at an apartment on the 7100 block of South Jeffrey after Turner called 911. Turner claimed he stabbed the woman in self-defense as they struggled over a knife. The woman was stabbed in the chest. According to prosecutors, Turner and another person hired the woman for sex on Tuesday. They brought her to the apartment, and while the woman was in another room, Turner showed the other man a revolver and fired it. The woman reportedly expressed concern about the gun and asked him to remove it. Turner, who was a convicted felon, was seen on surveillance video placing the gun in a car's engine compartment. Turner claims the woman tried to rob him. Turner was charged with being an armed habitual criminal for the gun possession. According to news outlets, he had 10 previous convictions and was charged previously with criminal sexual assault and armed robbery in 1984 at Cabrini Greens when he was 18. 33-year-old Anthony Bland from South Chicago is facing several weapons charges after firing a handgun on a Pace bus. Around 3:40 p.m. Tuesday, Bland was riding on the southbound bus near 130th Street on the Bishop Ford Expressway. He allegedly tried to hit a passenger with a handgun when it discharged. The bus driver pulled over and passengers exited the bus. Bland also left the bus, but was caught by state police a short distance away. No one was hit by the gunfire. Bland was ordered held without bail and is being charged with reckless discharge of a firearm and unlawful use of a weapon by a felon. 35-year-old Abel Moreno was freed on bond Wednesday. As we previously reported, Moreno was arrested at a Lansing hotel on July 12th for the murder of 35-year-old Antonio Mora on June 18th in Hammond. According to reports, a cell phone video showed Moreno pulling out a handgun and firing shots during a fight between 6 people on the 4300 block of Hickory Avenue in Hammond. A witness claimed that he and 2 others were drinking when Mora pulled up in a vehicle. The witness asked Mora if he broke into his friend's house, who was Mora's neighbor, and stole an Xbox. One man in a blue mechanic's outfit lifted his shirt and showed a handgun. The man reportedly tried to pistol whip the witness, but hit his friend instead, and the situation turned into a fight. The witness said he then heard 3 shots and Mora was hit. The man in a mechanic's uniform, who is believed to be Moreno, then fled the scene. Moreno was charged June 29th with reckless homicide, 3 counts of battery, and 1 count of pointing a firearm. He was released after posting $1,500 in bond. His next hearing is September 16th. Mora, who was the father of 3 children, was buried in East Chicago. He was described as a humble and dependable soul who would always put others' needs before him. 2 boaters are still missing after leaving the marina in East Chicago a week ago. 36-year-old Curtis Heron and Dexter Sane left on July 26 with a boat Heron had purchased after getting it out of storage. According to the family, the pair had called for help Wednesday morning after they found the boat navigation systems broken and its battery dead. A towboat had went out but couldn't find the pair. The Coast Guard was notified during the weekend and began an active search for the pair. The Sun-Times reported during the week about the Joint Civic Committee of Italian Americans' demands for the return of the Christopher Columbus statues in Argo and Grant Park, along with the statue on 92nd and South Chicago Avenue. The statues were removed following protests in July of 2020 after the death of George Floyd. The Joint Civic Committee announced a security plan for the statues that include 24-hour guards, cameras, and plexiglass containers with the goal of having the statues returned by the October 10th Columbus Day celebrations. According to the Sun-Times, the group's president, Ron Onesti, said the plan, designed by a national security firm, would be taxpayer funded. A city committee set up in April to evaluate the statues recommended they be permanently removed and stored in museums. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, however, said the recommendations were purely advisory, and the Sun-Times reports that she hinted those recommendations would be ignored. On Friday, Indiana Republican Governor Eric Holcomb signed a new law to ban abortion. Despite protests from residents and abortion rights groups, the bill passed the state house Friday morning 62 to 38 and the Senate later in the night by a vote of 28 to 19. The law will strip doctors who perform abortions of their medical licenses. Any facilities that are not hospitals and outpatient clinics owned by hospitals that perform abortions will have their licenses stripped. While the law bans abortions, exceptions exist if a pregnant woman's life is at risk or in cases of rape, incest, and lethal fetal anomalies, although the law reportedly imposes a complicated process for these exceptions. Indiana State Senator Charbonneau of Valparaiso said that the law was a starting point for Indiana to become a more pro-life state. Several large businesses are reportedly shifting expansion plans as a result of the ban. Eli Lilly and Company and Cummins Incorporated, which employ over 10,000 Hoosiers, primarily in central Indiana, have expressed concern over the bans. Eli Lilly is a major pharmaceutical supplier, and Cummins Incorporated is an engine manufacturer. Both have cited the law's impact on their ability to attract talent. A Cummins spokesperson said the law conflicts directly with the company beliefs on the reproductive rights of women. Both companies have said that future expansion plans for the businesses will now be made outside of Indiana. During the week, reports came out about a new proposed addition to River Oaks in Calumet City. Jackson Nockels Group will lead development of the Roaring Rivers Waterpark. The park is set to open in late 2023 or early 2024. The water park will reportedly be taking over the space that once belonged to Sears in the shopping center. The proposal includes a rooftop pool, lazy river, multiple slides, entertainment venue with arcade games, and rock climbing. A hotel and conference center are also being proposed for the site. Over the weekend, the Hegewisch Business Association hosted its annual Hegewisch Fest. The fest, which was brought back in 2017, focused on live music, food, and activities. Bands included Echoes of Pompeii, Kojak and Company, Violet Flame, and Phil and Gotti. The Marsh School Band also played at the event. Volunteers Bob Weiss and Tom Shepard were interviewed for the event by Block Club Chicago. They said that the event was hosted to try to help promote local businesses and attract former residents who moved out of Hegewisch. According to the article, the group has received funding for paid staff members to assist with this and future event planning. Some on social media questioned the event's lack of Latino representation in music and food. Hegewisch is 56% Latino, 37% white, and 7% black. And that ends our weekly review for August 1st to August 8th, 2022. Thank you for joining us for this week in review. Peace.